ladies and gentlemen, January something, 21st, 22nd, I don't know. End of the month, January. Montel Allen is in the building, and his team no sleep. That's what that means. Anytime we see Montel, you know what I'm saying? Anytime we got Montel on, that means something. We got something to talk about. God,
Oh man. Try not to be, man. I try to be the least controversial brother out there, but
now you
but I
lying. See,
speak. Nah, man. Am I controversial, or do I just speak truth or from the heart?
we
I
just
just
come
speak
we
from
just
my
come
heart.
straight from the heart, and then there
Come
I go
straight
like
from.
instigating, like
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it, say it again, so I can put you all over the internet. And then we got folks then like Marvin who's in the building, who go out and tell everybody as well. So brother, we appreciate you for being here, sir.
yes, sir.
Uh Man, listen, let's get into some things. We got a handful of stories we won't get into. I'm making sure that we are where we supposed to be all over the world, and I see
Hmm.
that we are, which is real dope. Um, National championship game.
Yes.
National championship game. We didn't place our gentleman's wager,
No, we
which
did not. We
which
did
we
not.
should have.
But I'm admit I was wanting Miami to win. I thought Miami had a
What?
better team, and I was 100% wrong.
You was going for them Canes.
I thought they had
Uh,
a better team. I did. I really thought they had a better team. I thought they were going to be better prepared. I never saw Mike and Cristobal's team get out coached like that. They got out coached. Bottom line. Um,
well,
and I can give you an example.
yeah.
If you watched the game, and I watched the game very close, especially the defensive side of the ball, Indiana very rarely had to make any adjustments. They were able to play with a 4-2-5 defense and not make substitutions or changes to their scheme of things based on that. So they saw something that they knew they could do against Miami without flexing, without changing. Miami could go to the hurry up, do whatever you want to do, and they never rattled them. So that's coaching. That's coaching that saw that, and those kids executed it by far. So, like I said, I thought Miami had a better team,
Yeah.
but that day, Indiana definitely had a better coaching staff and a better team, and they out schemed Cristobal's Miami Hurricanes.
I'll agree with that from every perspective. For that, I was watching the interview with Mendoza after the game, and that quarterback draw. He was saying, "Well, man, we thought Miami was going to do this,
Hmm.
but they didn't. They didn't execute
Yeah.
a specific way. So he was able to, on a 4th and 5, actually get in and
Hmm.
score." I was like,
Yeah.
Coach said when he went to Indiana, Coach said, "Listen, if you don't know me, you need to know me. Google me."
Hmm.
And he came with that audacity. He came with that confidence. He said, "Google me. All I do is win.
Well, James
18
Madison,
and
he was one.
18-0."
Yeah, he wanted James Madison. Comes to Indiana, changes the program around within 2 years, and they in the national championship. I mean, can't argue with the brother's success at all.
No.
Now, this is where it's gonna get funky for him. Now's the year of the money in the portal and all those good things, and Kenny in the NIL. And I know, what's that boy's name from Dallas? Damn, what's Dallas? Mark Cuban talking about he'll match all the money and everything to bring Mendoza back to running back and all those good things, and that all sounds great and fancy. But they got to figure out a way to be able to financially keep that team there if they want to run it back, which is going to be a very, very hard thing to do in this day and age.
Well, they've already lost the younger Mendoza. Brother said, "Hey, there, and it's a real interesting story. He's obviously he doesn't have to tell us why he rolled out, but his brother went in the portal the day after,
Hmm.
and to be able to follow up what his older brother did, who's obviously going to go to the league, more than likely going to be number one called on that night. I actually think that's a good move. I think that's a smart move, so he doesn't have that extra pressure on himself. And this is me, third person looking in. Man, listen, you can't follow up an 18-0 season. Your brother out here doing it, MVP, Heisman, and then you going just because you got the same name on the back of the jersey, you gonna try to fill that shoe. That's a hard shoe to fill.
Why not try to fill it though?
That's
I'm
like
saying, I'm saying,
Jordan's son who go try to hoop
no,
when he can't
no, they're
hoop.
not like Jordan. That's brothers. That's like brothers. That's like Gerald Wilkins trying to fill the shoes of Dominique. You may not get there, but you might get to the next level by playing in that same system. I'm saying he has the best inside trait in that system. You have your brother to mentor, you have the quarterback coach, and you have the head coach,
Yeah.
all to prepare you to be successful. Now, will you be as successful? That's to be determined. But You have all the tools to be successful on the inside track. Now, man, we talk about time. I'm a believer in nepotism. If my brother's gonna bring me on, and I'm following his shoes after the success, and he may come back another year to even show me the ropes even more, and I can get down and I can just follow the tradition. Why not go for it?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
the brothers do it. The brothers in the NFL do it. To do the
yeah,
DNs. The Pittsburgh, the one and the
yeah.
one that just retired from Arizona. I mean, so brothers can do it, man. It's just you got to be able to, knock it out. The Manning boys did it. They
Yeah.
both did it.
Well, see, again, I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying, I mean, that's a lot of stress to put on yourself. Not
It's
saying that
football,
it's
man. It's
right
not
or
a
wrong or
stress.
whatever the case may be. But again,
Hey, Rich, he's gonna be rich off his brother. What is the stress for? My brother's about to sign 30 some odd $1 million. He gonna kick me down 2 or 3, and I'm good now for the rest of my life.
everybody in the
What
comments, y'all
what's
chime
stress?
in, man. Am I just tripping? Maybe I'm tripping, right?
What's this? What's tell me what's the stressful part of that?
Well, I'm definitely tripping because again, we got another dislike. Maybe someone don't like. Maybe I should just be quiet, but I'm not. That's not gonna happen, y'all.
I-
No,
It's I'm yeah.
the younger brother trying to fill the shoes of again a season where his older brother, Heisman Trophy, national champion, undefeated season, and he's probably the heir to the throne there in Indiana. And since he was his backup, is going to be quarterback. And should they lose a game, should they lose 2 games, should they not make it to the playoffs, that's just a lot of that's a lot on your mind right there. That's a lot on your shoulders. And I'm thinking that's why he left. Again, we're third person looking in, don't know what's really jumping off and what his take on. Maybe he just want to go chart his own path. But I think it's the right thing for the younger brother to do, to go out and say, you know what, I'm gonna go to one of these other schools and do my thing. My brother did what he did here. Let him get his jersey retired. Let
Mhm.
him have that. Let the older Mendoza have that, and then let me go do my thing. That's my thought.
I mean, it can be both ways. I mean, I can see both ways, but I'm saying, why run from the challenge? Is my question. Why run from it?
Mm, mm.
Embrace it. I mean, your last name is Mendoza. Your brother left for legacy. All right, now leave your legacy. Let's go do it. Let's go get down with it.
All
I
right.
don't see any problem with it. But I mean, but also understand. I want to carve my own path. I want to do my own thing. Let me go to let's go. But I think he's already has the inside track in Indiana to be successful because he saw
Yeah.
what his brother did. The quarterback coach is still going to be there. The head coach is going to be there. You got all the tools to get yourself prepared. Going to another school, you got to learn a new system, get familiar with the quarterback coach, get familiar with everything. I'm like, let's not rock the boat if we don't have to. Is my thing.
You know,
Let's run it back.
one
Let's run it back.
running back. You know they're gonna try. They were the odds were definitely stacked against them to win this year. Right? What does Vegas know? What
Yeah.
does Atlantic City? What does all them places know? But uh, there's a possibility they can do it. Yeah. Hey, what's up with y'all in the comments? I see. Yeah, we got some bots running. That means somebody's watching, somebody's listening.
Mhm.
That means we done made it, right? If we got some
Yeah, yeah,
haters
yeah,
in the comments or some automatic robots watching, that means we made it. So appreciate you. Yeah, I see it over here on my side too, y'all.
yeah, yeah. I think that also, but also, I think with that whole thing about run as far as running it back, it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be so hard. Like I said, with the year NIL, I think it's one and done. It's
Mm,
like the NFL and all these other professional teams or professional organizations. It's one and done because there's so much money being thrown around to attract and take players away. So I don't think they can make it back again. I think Ohio State's gonna have a big say so on that.
yeah,
And Texas Tech and all these other schools spent a lot of money to get their name in the hat. I see a lot of teams is going to be fighting for that 16 playoff. I think things are going to turn out a little bit different.
I'm gonna be watching. You got me watching. I wasn't
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen. I was not into as much college football until Montel said, "Man, you better pay attention. You better pay attention to
Yeah,
these games."
better than NFL. I like it better than the NFL. I do. I love it better than the NFL.
Now, all right. So we talk about the game. Y'all chime in as well. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Listen, I see you over there on Instagram. What's up with you, Scott? I got two Scotts
You,
watching. I got two Scotties watching. So appreciate
you
y'all.
ain't going to talk about Meredith throwing that punch after the game?
We can talk about we can talk about that too. All right, let's
Yeah.
get into that because I was gonna bring up about Mr. Beck and how he acted
Yeah.
after the
Hmm.
game.
Yeah.
Uh, I got problems with that.
Mhm.
I know it's competitive. I know it's hot. I know you lost. I know you just threw an interception, right? I know you were at home. You should have won because everyone thought you were going to win. You had Michael Irvin on the sideline acting a fool, but you messed around and threw an interception at the last
Yeah.
play of the game.
Yeah.
But for you as the opposing team's quarterback to just turn and walk off of the field without going and saying, "Good game, Montel. Good game, Indiana." Uh, I don't know. That's kind of sore. That
Well,
doesn't sit right, and I know that doesn't sit right with scouts. I don't know what that's going to do to his draft status. I don't know what that's going to
his
do
draft
from.
stock, his draft stock plummeted when he threw that pick.
Okay, there
And I'm
we
gonna
go.
tell you why. And the people that don't know football, that throw that he threw a kind of a beeline inside shoulder throw that was underthrown. He couldn't throw the deep ball. I called it right. I was talking to my buddy Joe White right before the game. I said Beck isn't built for this moment. He's a
Mm.
team manager. He's not. He's a game manager, not a game winner. He's not built for that last 2 minutes to go ahead and get you to win. So with that being said, the throw that he was supposed to throw was throw it to his outside shoulder over his outside shoulder. That way, a safety, if he was to pick it, it was going to go out of bounds. He wouldn't be in bounds, and the only person who could catch it would be the receiver. With that, and that's a routine throw supposedly in the NFL. How many people can actually make it? I don't know, but I mean that's supposed to be the throw you're supposed to make. He didn't make that throw, and the knock on him has been always, even in Georgia, he can't win the big game.
I was gonna say,
Well, he
yeah,
just
that's
proved,
that's been the thing that's followed
yeah.
him from one place to the other. That
That's
he's
why he went to
not built.
Miami. Yeah, that's why he went to Miami, and he came back the week before, and he made that. They made that heroic comeback, and then all of a sudden now, blah blah blah, he could do it again. He can't do it again, man. This is a bigger stage. This is the biggest stage, and you couldn't do it. So his stock plummeted, while Mendoza's rose. You know what I'm saying?
Through the roof.
Through the roof. So he,
Number one.
his personality. I mean, you can say I'm a competitor. It was just in the moment. Yeah, it's all good. That's all good and dandy, and we get that. And that happens. But you also know if you're about to prepare yourself for the next level, you have to have a certain kind of class and etiquette about yourself, win or lose or draw. Just because everybody wants to promote good sportsmanship, that was
Yeah,
just poor sportsmanship on Beck's part. And you could be mad all you want, but you have to acknowledge and talk to the media
you have to
at that stage. You have to. There's not no more ifs ands or buts. You have to. And
because
he
you start
just,
losing checks if you don't. You right?
yes,
They start hitting
yeah,
you in the wallet if you don't. Yeah,
yeah.
I thought that was just a weak move by him. Showed lack of maturity as well, and just the fact that he did that, I was like, man, I got no empathy, no sympathy
Dap
for.
him up and just be like, man, good job, and hit it and then go cry.
And
That's
just be
just all
right.
good, and then go cry. Yeah, go in the corner and cry. I know he cried. I would have cried after the game. I
I'd
lose
have
that
cried
big
in the
game,
car.
and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we lost. There's not the problem with that. I think, you know, but this is funny that you focused on this story where most of the media's focused on Meredith throwing the punch. You know what I mean? This story isn't the big one. The big one is Meredith throwing that punch after the game when the guy from Indiana made a rude comment about his father supposedly. And his father passed away and all
yeah.
that other stuff. So he threw the punch. Um, that's been more of a story, and I think the media blows it up more than so. I mean, I've seen people fight after games all the time. Matter of fact, I started a fight before after the game my damn self. Um, but I mean,
Truth be told, huh?
yeah, yeah, yeah. His merit. I mean, I can empathize with his emotions more than I can Beck's. Beck's, you lost the game. We get it. Okay. Meredith played his ass off, balled out. He's sitting there very, very upset, and then someone makes a comment about his father. I just lost the biggest game of my career. After I played my butt off. And you're gonna make a rude comment about my dad, which every game he dedicates to his father
Hmm.
and all these other good stuff. Matter of fact, I think I read a story that he still calls his dad's cell phone to hear the voicemail right before he plays the
Wow,
game to keep him
wow.
motivated. So, you know, touchy situation, throws a punch, they break it all up, get it gone. Media runs off there like he's a thug. He's not a thug. He's just a kid that got caught. He's a 19-year-old kid that got caught up in emotions and all these things he thought he was going to be delivered, wasn't able to deliver with his family. That's part of the game. But to make a rude comment about his father, which is cutting deeper than football, right? That's kind of almost like crossing the line. His father passed away, and you're gonna say some foul comment about it is not cool.
Why would someone do that? I'm just wondering. again, I can understand. I got mosquitoes in the studio. Oh Lord, so
Mm.
why would someone do that? Again, man, raw emotion, just the agony of defeat and things like that. But these are some.
Kids are assholes,
I
man.
had
They're
to pull myself
assholes.
back. I
They're
started to say
arrogant
something.
assholes. They're arrogant assholes. And asshole, I don't think it's too bad a word, but they're just arrogant assholes, right? The person that said the comment, we just won the game. You want to rub it in their face. I get it. Part of the celebration, what you want to do. But I just think kids need to be a little bit cautionary with their words and who you're speaking it to, because that's an emotional moment you don't want to cross. It's like saying something about somebody's mama
Yeah,
at the wrong time. You
yeah.
going, like you always say, we're gonna move furniture. If that situation saying something about his dad who passed away, he felt it was time to move some furniture and settle it that way, which was wrong on his move. But he gets a pass, man. He a young dude. He's
Yeah.
young. He going that talented player. He gonna be fine.
I
Quit
was
making
gonna.
a big deal out of nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that again. You got a handful of young folks that were there watching, and kids are impressionable. We always talk about that,
Mhm.
but then again, I'm thinking about it. The lowest price ticket was about $4,000.
Yeah, wasn't a lot of kids there.
So that's why I said I took it back when I was saying, wait a minute, $4,000. I'm not taking too many children
Hey,
to this game.
wait. Now we're gonna talk about the revenue of this money. Woo! I didn't realize this was a multi-billion-dollar game. I didn't realize the cheapest seats was 4,500, and if you were gonna buy a cheap seat, you had to buy two. So they went from 4,500 to $10,000 per seat. A seat.
One seat, and then parking. I heard was something stupid.
$900, $700. It was $700 to park.
$750 for parking on minimum. At minimum.
Yes.
Come
Yes.
on, y'all.
And if you was gonna catch a shuttle, the shuttle was $300 per person on the shuttle.
We can't do that. Well, how did we get to this point to
Wait,
where
wait. How can you say you can't do that when the game was sold out?
I'm thinking some folks had a mortgage or do second loan or whatever. Come, is it really that worth it? Are you?
Hey, from the broke man's perspective, hell no, they wouldn't, which is me. I wouldn't pay that much money. But hey, the folks that got it, man, it's all cool because it sold out. It was the biggest game. I think they said just from ticket sales alone, they made over 100 and some odd million. That's from
crazy.
just ticket sales. That's not including commercials, TV timeouts, all that other. That's not including concessions. They made the markup on the concessions. All that, man.
I would have
That
stole some
game,
confetti from the ground afterwards because
bro. Yeah. Put it in a baby jar and save it, and say I was here at the game with a picture to authenticate it, so they know in 10 years I could have sold it for some money. That stuff is crazy. So it's funny. A buddy of mine, Jeff, we were talking about it, and he was like, he broke down the numbers. I think it was some ridiculous amount of money, like 100 million they made from ticket sales, and then he said from concessions, if you mark that up again, it probably goes another 50, 60 million. One game, 160 million.
See, that's pricing out regular common folks. That really is, man. Come on, $4,000 for one ticket. You got to buy a couple. Then you got to get from the parking garage, or you're gonna park illegally, and then you're gonna get a ticket. And then you got to get to the shuttle to the stadium. Then Montel want to eat, right? I mean,
Go eat while
you
you're
want a burger.
I'm gonna eat a beer. Beer probably was like $25. I don't even know how much beer some was.
You got to get a shirt. I mean, right? You got to get a program.
Exactly. So you it was ridiculous, man. I didn't realize it generated that much money. But you're saying it prices out to poor folks. I don't think the event is meant for the poor folks.
We got into that
It's
point.
not meant. It's not meant for them. Yeah, it's not meant for them. It's like Kentucky Derby. It's not meant for certain people. You can't go.
Ooh. I have never had the desire to go to the Kentucky Derby. I've watched a little bit of it. It's kind of like baseball for you, right? Not something you want.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm saying that event is not for everybody. Me and you just don't go to the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
it's just not. It's not an open. I think these bowl games and the situation is starting to become that well. It's pricing out common people. We are common folks, or I should say, let's be honest. It's pricing out middle class and below.
Yes. And that's the majority of this country. That's a good portion of it, because honestly I think the majority of this country is below that line.
Yeah.
And folks can't even fathom taking a whole family to an event, your favorite team, you want to go see them at the bowl game, or you want to go just to a regular game, it costs 4 or 5 figures to fly, drive, eat, sleep,
bro.
walk in the
Just
door.
price some movie. Go to the movies. Price that
Oof.
on your budget.
Man, what's going on?
Mo- Going to the movies is that's at least a C note, man. And that may be just for two of y'all. You got to think tickets. Tickets is what $16, $17 a piece. So you're already $40 in the hole. Popcorn and candy and soda. If you buy everybody individuals, you bought another 40 in the hole. So that's $80. You got 20 of that 100. Please don't go back for refills and get another drink or get some candy or something. You know, when you get that little midnight that snack, man, you $100 in the red.
You making life decisions, brother, just to go to the movie.
Go to the movies, brother. That's that phone bill. It's my phone bill. Do I go watch a movie with my girl? Phone bill, watch a movie with my girl. Yeah,
Hey, Shirley
yeah.
said, look, she said, look, is it the mortgage payment for just to get to the Super Bowl? Well, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl in a minute. Cause shouts out,
Yeah.
Team No Sleep gonna be back in the building. But again, truth, right? It's just maybe your favorite team is playing. I doubt it because these last remaining teams, no one thought would be there. It's just insane to think about the dollars
cost,
and cents.
the cost to get it and everything. Everybody marks everything up because they know it's tourism coming and all that good stuff.
I don't know,
bro. You're priced out. If you're a middle class and below, you're priced out. You know, unless you got the hookup like James.
See,
which,
there
you
you
know,
go, ladies and
he got the hookup.
Hold on,
but
don't take the show a different way. Now we
no, I'm just saying beyond.
recording.
I'm saying the average person is really hard for them to afford
Yeah.
just a common event, much less the championships events, because those aren't meant for you. Those are not meant for any of us. You know, any common person. I wouldn't. I mean, think about it. As much as I enjoyed that game, and probably it was better being in the audience and everything, it's not $4,450 worth. I mean, $4,500 worth.
That's crazy, brother. You didn't say a word right there when you said that. Again, these live events, these experiences with your family aren't meant for us or aren't meant
No.
for everyday people, everyday Americans.
Yep, that's facts.
I don't know, man. We used to have. I'm not gonna put all my family business out there in these streets. We used to have season tickets to both the Kings, Sacramento
Mhm.
Kings basketball, and also to River Cats baseball.
Baseball,
You know, about
minor league.
baseball.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
got to a point where
Priced out.
when they started winning, at least on the
Mhm.
baseball side. And my boy called me up, you know, the following season, said, Mr. Hicks, you know, your tickets,
Mhm.
we very popular. You know, we winning now, and we no longer the A's. We now affiliated with the Giants. So there's been an exponential increase in the ticket price. I said, thank you, but no thank you.
Exactly. I mean, you know, it's funny. I got a buddy that, or a friend of the family. He owns season tickets for the Niners.
Okay.
So, you know, if you own season tickets, you get to get in a pool to get Super Bowl tickets. And I was like, man, how much is that going to cost? I think he was something like it's like $4,000.
Mm.
If you're in the pool and you get nominated, it's gonna cost you $4,000 to get your tickets. Like I love football. I love football to death. I love it. I'm not spending my hard on $4,000 to go watch one game that I can watch on TV.
And probably have a better experience. We going so folks, not to be a hypocrite, but we going for a whole different reason. But again, the regular folks are gonna get to see the halftime show, gonna get to see the national anthem, the Black national anthem. Shouts out there and I left there. But see everything that's around the game, sitting in their living room eating a hot dog.
To that Bad Bunny, yeah, man. But think about it, for $4,000. I'm only gonna spend $500 on food.
Yeah.
And the increase in my electricity bill is gonna be maybe another $200. So I'm only $700 in.
Wingstop and Round Table. I just need 2 deliveries to the house. Wingstop and Round Table. That's it.
And I'm good. I get instant replay. I get all that good stuff there. I don't, the common person. I think the experience us experiencing in Las Vegas was wonderful, great. We experienced some things I never thought I would experience, or some good things, but not for no $5,000,
No.
$4 or $5,000.
No. I'm down to pay for a lot of things, and again, I always say you get what you pay for. But again, that's you got to have common sense too, especially when you're spending your hard-earned money, right?
Yeah,
When
that's
you
some
not,
blood. That's some blood
not
pop pay
everyone is
grade right
as
there.
liquid
Yeah,
as that. Shouts out to mom and
yeah,
dad in the building. I appreciate y'all. I see
absolutely.
y'all. I see y'all. Hey, look at that. We got Laura Williams in the building too. We got all the winners here today.
Yeah.
So that man, that's just crazy. That's
Well,
crazy.
now, my question would be to you and our audience is, with Bad Bunny performing at halftime, and we have now this big thing with Ice at this event, or
Yeah.
Ice will probably, I'm sure Ice will be at this event.
Oh, brother,
How
Ice
is
gonna
that?
be.
Is that going? But I mean, is that going to deter people from coming to this event?
They're gonna think about it. Because we thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean,
Santa
is it going
Clara.
to
So
deter
if
me?
folks who don't know, Santa Clara is right there is the heart of the Bay Area. Very, very multicultural, very Hispanic, very Mexican, very Asian,
Filipino, very everything,
everything.
very everything.
They're gonna be there. Why? One, because a lot of them work there, and 98% of them are legal. So don't even mess with that. But they're gonna be there's gonna be authority figures on the grounds and all over the grounds acting a fool, blocking traffic, blocking the Amtrak station that pulls up right behind Levi Stadium, harassing folks. We're not speculating, folks. This is what's gonna happen.
Man, that's part scary to me. That's a trip because I'm sorry. I mean, even though I'm not, but I mean, I can easily be mistaken as a Dominican or a Puerto Rican or someone that's from that region of the world because of my skin.
Yeah,
you could be mistaken for somebody else that's not.
Oh,
And
I've always
we know they're
fit the description.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We're gonna fit the description. So I'm tripping off like, how's this gonna work? How's this gonna work first? Because they don't care if, like you said, if you're a U.S. citizen or not. If you fit the profile, they're arresting you. And this is the most, typically the biggest sporting event of the year, every year.
This is it. This is the biggest thing on the planet. Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Even though soccer is
World Cup is different. That's a different arena.
But
that's a different arena. I'm talking about in the United States.
In the United States, the biggest event
is the Super Bowl.
Not a Taylor Swift concert, not a Beyonce concert. It's the Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl. So now that the Super Bowl is going to happen in probably the most multicultural place in the world, right? Bay Area, New York, you can argue it. And now you have the biggest global Latino artist that's going to be there performing, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny going to bring everybody out.
Who's going to bring who's a different fan. How is it? I mean, we talk about social impact. How's this going to impact? Because you're going to have Ice there. Ice is going to be on the ground floor popping people.
And Bad Bunny is going to bring out folks purposefully and consciously to show up and show out.
You think he's going to stir the pot?
I don't think he's going to stir the pot, but I think he's going to start talking about, how they do every year with, the interview before, say, hey, what are you going to do? What kind of songs you going to do? You going to have any guest speakers? He's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to have so-and-so highlighting and guest singing with me. Or he's going to definitely bring out the excitement, being who he is, being the highest grossing recording artist on Spotify, whatever. He got some ridiculous credential. But I think what's going to happen is that there's going to be some subtle messages that he's going to say, y'all come out, show up. Hold on. I don't want to use the same type of terminology that was made back then. But
I'm just saying,
there's going to be a lot of tailgating. I'm going to say that all up and down Santa Clara, all up in front of Levi Stadium and Great America, right next door. There's going to be a lot of folks. Yes.
But is there? I mean, I don't.
Oh, we are.
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like because, again, people that don't know about the Bay Area haven't been in the Bay Area. San Francisco is very affluent. Oakland very affluent. Richmond, East County, Santa Clara. It's a lot of affluent. I mean, and the Bay Area is known for protesting.
Yeah,
it's known for fighting back. It's known for these things. For founder of the Black Panther Party in Oakland, all these things are there, and it's that I mean, this is another game going on within the Super Bowl game. It's that community
Yeah.
versus ICE. I'm just being real. They already do it now. They sit out. They'll shut down 880 freeway in a heartbeat on a sit out.
They will.
So how is the Bay Area going to react to ICE being there for the United States' biggest event? Is it going to be violent? Is it going to be non-violent? I don't know. We saw in Minnesota. In that instance, it's supposed to be non-violent, and things turned to sour. How is this going to be policed is really what I want to know, because this is a funny time, man, in our country. Then how these things are going to be dealt with. So I don't know, man. We're going to the Super Bowl, but I got my spider senses tingling, man. We gotta make sure what's going on.
And we're gonna be aware. And hold on, let me preface this as well. I mean, two things. I like what Shirley said. ICE come into with attitudes, but they can't afford the game, but we can. You feel me? So Shirley throwing some shots. I love that, and I want to make sure, because now we talking about how we having consternation. I never use that's a big word there. You know, I got my mom and dad watching, and they're gonna call me after the stream and be like, hey, Junior, you going down there gonna act a fool? No, we not gonna act up, but I will, Dad, let you know where the bail money is just in case Montel get locked up. So here go a map, right? And man, I know this area like the back of my hand, folks. So here go. We're at the stadium right there. I don't know if you can see it on the big screen, but right behind here is Great America Parkway, and then there's the train station that I was talking about. I wish it was better here on Google Maps.
Yeah. But think about. Just not only just that, man. Remember, the Super Bowl is a 2-week event.
Yes.
There's concerts, parties, all going on for those 2 weeks leading up to the event. And you got 3 metropolitan areas: San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland. Bruh,
Oakland gonna show out. That's just what Oakland does. They're gonna come to the Bay, represent the Bay.
San Francisco's gonna show out because San Francisco does what it does, and the game is in San Jose, where is a heavy Latino population, heavy Latin influence area. You go a little bit down, you got Central Valley, Watsonville, Salinas, Monterey, all that central coast, heavy Latin. This 40 minutes away. This gonna want to come down and party and enjoy the festivities as well. Well, how is ICE?
I was gonna say I had none of these problems and issues. So I was at 50 10 years ago, right? Yeah. No problems. No issues, no concerns, right? We did the media day, walked out there with the teams and everything, did all the interviews. No, different time, different place, different mentality. But this is going to be, our spidey senses are going to be up. Everyone's is. Hopefully the authority figures who have their spidey senses up don't get too itchy.
That's the part.
I'm saying I'm hope, because again, because there's gonna be a lot of activity, then there's gonna be a lot of alcohol. So folks are gonna get, they're gonna want to get confrontational, and don't let what happened on the East Coast happen over here.
Yeah, don't let what happened in Minnesota happen in the Bay Area. If it does, it's gonna be an all out. I don't know, because and I know other people, and this ain't a sexy conversation for nobody, right? People don't like to have these kind of conversations, but this is something that's coming up, at least in our state, in our communities.
Yeah,
that's coming up really, really fast.
This is real.
And yeah, it's great to talk about the stories and the scores and talk about the athletes that's gonna be there, but I don't think people understand how influenced or how heavy it is with all those people gonna be there in this one melting pot area, which is a gold mine for ICE to arrest who they want to arrest. But also, I don't think those people are gonna back down.
No.
There's not gonna be no back down. There's not gonna be nobody running away. There's not gonna be they'll be throwing bottles and rocks all day and protesting all day in those areas. And the Bay Area is known for being very liberal.
You bring the mentality of a Hagenberger from Oakland to Levi Stadium.
Yeah. And you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna be some major problem.
They're gonna be some problems. And unfortunately, that's gonna be a primary story, because again, we already on edge. We already talking about it, and we have to think about it, because we got to have that mindset to be ready, right? Because
Gotta have that conversation,
we
right?
don't want to be
You
caught
have to.
slipping when we get there.
Yeah.
That's
You have to have
how
that
folks.
conversation, and you got to think people are going to be migrating and staying in all these metropolis areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're going to be staying in all these metropolis areas. I don't know what that means. Don't take the bait, people. I mean, I don't know what bait. What bait? You mean people don't take the agitation bait of ICE, or vice versa? Or you don't
Yeah,
think
surely explain on that.
or you don't think this situation is going to happen? I believe if ICE shows up the way they've been showing up, which the history of how they've been showing up to places in events, and like they showed up for New Year's in Times Square and all that other stuff, if they try that in the Bay Area, I believe there's going to be some problems.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough.
You know? And ESPN and Fox ain't saying nothing about that.
They're not ready for it.
They don't want to talk about that part, but they want to just talk about, it's going to be quarterback versus quarterback, or team versus team.
Yeah,
I'm talking about community versus ICE. That's good. That's a bigger issue for us. That's more, and unfortunately, that's more important in the game, and nobody wants to talk about it. That's why
I'm thinking about that. Somebody should be at that level, should be talking about that real story, as opposed to worrying about. I made the joke. The teams that are going, not as many people probably had them on their bingo cards as making it this far. Mm-hmm. No one thought that. Well, I knew Denver was good, but now they're not going to get much further. No, Seattle's defense was okay, but again, I never thought about these squads actually getting there. This is a real conversation, real story. We're going to continue to watch this because we are going to be deep in the midst of it. I know we bouncing back and forth. I'm going to get to some of these comments too, but the reason I say we bouncing back, we're going to be in it because we're going to be back at the Super Bowl breakfast the night before or the day before. Good Lord, early in the morning, brother.
Yeah,
we got to talk about this off the air.
Yeah.
I'm either going to take the train from here, but I'd get there like a half hour after it started. And I remember last year we started on time. There was no messing around, right?
It was good. Yeah.
There was no procrastinating. You could definitely
tell. Understand. You got to understand. Not only getting there on time, we got to get there way early because of the line just to get in, to get seated.
We got to get our credentials. We got to get in. Yeah,
it's a lot, man.
But here go receipts, ladies and gentlemen. We got our receipts. And as it says, thank you for registering. Woo, woo, woo. We are glad you are able to join us. One more time. We're going to be fellowshipping one more time.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna show any more of the
details. Whole lot of money around that room. There's a whole lot of money people around that room.
Old school money. I gotta find the husband and wife that we met last year and make sure that we connect with them as well. I'm gonna holler at them and say, hey,
we back.
We back up in here. So we gonna be there. I ordered us some new tech gear for on the spot. Interviews as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have a camera. Montel's gonna have his own shotgun mic. We're gonna be walking around doing roaming interviews instead of just soaking it all up. We're gonna be getting that content too.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be out there in case the riots break out. Lord, Montel's.
I hope not. I hope not. I just think like we always say, we have to have a conversation about things that come up so we can understand and get a better understanding. And I don't want people to like, oh, they see on the news, look at how those people are acting. Well, if you're not hearing, you don't understand the Bay Area, you don't understand how those things work. And how the political environment that is, then you're gonna just people tend to believe the news. It's not the news. You don't know what happens, or you don't know how these things go, or they arrested the wrong person and they did these things. I'm just saying the Bay Area is not Minnesota.
What's crazy about that, and so this goes right into the comment that was just brought up too, and so Shirley was saying, ICE agitating the Temptations, but the fact that this is not Minnesota, this is the Bay Area, this is something that I didn't even think about that, but this here, from a technology perspective, all the Waymo cars out there, so the driverless vehicles, right, there's no one, if it start getting out of hand, again, just thinking outside the box, is someone going to try to throw rocks at all the Waymo vehicles, the driverless cars?
Oh, yeah, you
right. You got to think about that kind of weirdness now, because you're going to be all these cars trying to get around unless they shut down the service just in case it gets too hectic and too much out of control.
But
That's not
but
something
I
you have to
think,
worry about other in Minnesota.
and I'm not talking about just game day. I'm talking about that maybe the aftermath. It happens before the game day, or
Oof.
even
Yeah.
after the day after, because you're gonna have a lot of people. We can't afford to get a lot of people can't afford to get into the game,
Yep.
so they're gonna be hanging out like you said, tailgating, partying, doing these things, and just because you the game is in Santa Clara, there might be an incident with ISIS in Oakland,
Mm.
and I don't people understand that can roll that 30-mile radius can roll all the way to the Super Bowl
Yep.
in a heartbeat. Don't let them set down people or protesters set down the Parkway. I forgot the name of the parkway that drives to the Super Bowl. Damn, I forgot the name of it. But right there where all those Silicon Valleys is, where
Mm-hmm.
Marvell, when all those are at. I forgot the name
Mm-hmm.
of the road. What if they shut that down during Super Bowl day and they protest? They do a squat. Like they've done before on 880 and they've done
They've
before on
shut
101.
down. They've shut down not the Bay Bridge, but they've shut down the Golden Gate.
Yes. So
They have shut down the
that's what I'm
Golden Gate
saying.
Bridge
I'm not talking this is to be talking like this could really
because this has
this is a
happened. Yeah, this is real.
yeah, this is a situation could really happen. Can you imagine them shutting down the Parkway each way from coming from the 101 and coming from the 880?
Montague. I think it's Montague.
Montague, yeah, Montague. I think it's
Yeah,
Montague Parkway.
exactly. Yeah.
So can you imagine sitting? They do a squat and sit down. No one can get to the stadium, or they're doing a squat to sit to the stadium. And I'm sorry, with all the people coming in and importing in, they'll outnumber the
Mm.
police 50-1.
Yeah.
You know, San Jose police can only do so much. You know what I mean? And they can call all hands on deck from all these other counties. But when you do that, then what stops ICE from going to those counties doing their raids in those other counties? Now you're causing uproars all over the place. It's I think it's a really big deal that people don't want to talk about because it's not sexy. But I'm telling you, these are things that can happen. And I love the Bay Area. My wife's from the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got but I also know how the Bay Area reacts when they don't like something. You best believe that if they don't like it, they gonna say they don't like it, and they gonna have it will be a protest. And ICE being there is something I think they're really gonna defend their their Latino culture out there.
All right. So U.S. Customs and Border Patrol is gonna be there. Homeland Security, the
Hmm.
Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, Office of Intelligence and Analysis, Countering Weapons of Mass Destruction Office, the U.S. Coast Guard makes sense because again, right there on the bay.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody.
good Lord.
Mhm.
The Transportation Security Administration, Science and Technology Directorate, FEMA, DHS. That's all who's going to be there.
On
Just
top
from a
of the
from
local.
a federal government perspective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
These are the DHS security efforts for the Super Bowl include the following: all those people that I ran, and that's just all the federal agencies that are going to be there, not counting. Should Gavin Newsom say, you know what, I need to bring out the guard, or I need to call up some folks from Beale Air Force Base or McClellan Air Force, right? I need to call up some folks locally.
Mm. I, I don't know how this. I don't know how this. And what I'm saying is, I don't know how this is gonna look, bro. I really don't know how this is gonna look. It ain't like when we was in Vegas. Cool, calm. You
Yeah,
know, we
no,
walk down the
yeah,
street. Man. This can look completely different. Armed guards in front of the Super Bowl, armed people walking around, armed, you know what I'm saying, outside of police. This is gonna be. I think this is gonna be a little crazy, and I'm not saying it's gonna be crazy just because of the event. It's crazy because of the location and then also
hmm
who the things leading up to the event. It's gonna
location
be
and the
crazy.
time. Let's just be
Yeah, yeah,
realistic, like
yeah,
you always tell me, right? Let's just the times, right? You know, you
yeah,
got old boy in Washington tripping, and
yeah,
it's just the time.
yeah, yeah. So,
Really say pack our
uh,
passport just in case. You know what? Bring credentials, bring the
yeah,
receipts.
mine's is coming. Mine's is gonna be there. But I mean, they don't care though. You can just scream that all you want and show all you want. If they want your head, they want your head. So I just think that just got. I mean, we're gonna navigate smart, obviously, but I'm not fearful for me and you. I'm fearful for other people in that community, especially, younger people with alcohol. Man, you already know that doesn't mix.
Yeah.
That doesn't mix. And you get agitated and you get angry and then you have the fear of this thing happening. It just escalates the situation to no end, and then we never know what's gonna happen at that point. Because ICE is shooting to kill, brother. They've already said that.
Yeah.
They feel they're not shooting they're not arresting you just to arrest you. They will arrest you and beat you, or they will shoot you, or they will doing these things if they feel any amount of threat. I get it.
Oh, I like this glass half full statement here. What's up with your brother? Appreciate you being here. He says too much money and too many movers will be in that stadium. They won't be playing no funny business. I like that glass half full mentality, but
I'm not talking about the
we gonna
stadium.
we gonna
Stadium,
stay on the swivel. We're gonna
yeah,
stay on the
the,
swivel.
yeah, but the stadium is fine. He's absolutely right. The stadium will be fine. That's
Mm.
good. The surrounding areas, I don't think will be fine. You know, downtown San Jose, we're not downtown San Jose. We're 10, 15 miles away from Levi. See, about 10 to 15 miles away from Levi.
Yeah.
That might be rioted. Okay, that's a bunch of black and brown kids that would be running those streets and doing that. You go to Fremont and Hayward and all that. That's 20 miles away. You go the other way on the peninsula, going through Menlo Park, East Palo Alto, and all of them. That's just right there. All black and brown in EPA and all that. If those things start to pop up, those are the people I'm worried about. But the stadium's going to be fine. You're absolutely right. There's too many big wigs. They're going to protect that by all means. And I get it. But I mean,
every player's going to have their own security detail. Yeah. It's like Messi, right? You know, I've seen Messi's bodyguard when some jump off, and inside the building's going to be cool. But
yeah,
that's not what we worried about. Again, those are the $10,000 seats to get in, or the ones that are priced out to the common folk. It's the folks that are going to be next door again at Great America Stadium or hotels down the street
or at their home minding their own business, drinking their beer and getting rated, or having a good time and just enjoying it there like everybody else and getting rated.
Gotta talk about this, brother. Gotta talk about it. Nobody else is talking about it.
Yeah, those are the people that we're worried about, man. And you know, I will be there, but I mean, like I said, got to say a prayer for all them. And I don't think if you haven't been to Barry, it's a melted pot. Everybody's gonna be there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking all this, but we love. Yeah, come on, let's just talk. We love the Bay Area. Shout out to.
Oh yeah, man. No, that's the spot, man. I mean, that's I mean, I was raised in Sacramento, but I mean, Bay Area got a big piece from my heart.
Yeah.
Just because I became an adult there. It's the most beautiful place in the world, man. It is. I live in San Diego, and we got the best weather, and we cool. But if you want to be cultural, you want to have some culture. Bay, there ain't nothing like the Bay.
Nothing like the Bay, man. Come on, man. All right, so let's keep this going. Talk a little bit about this because this is in alignment with the location. We talked about that, and there's a huge if y'all got any questions as well. Listen again. I see the comments coming from everywhere. Instagram, Twitter. Where we at? I think we on Facebook. I saw Mom. Yeah, she loves Facebook. That kind of thing. Put them in the comment section. There is this big controversy about that location for probably having something to do with all the injuries that are happening with all the players. So there's a power substation that's right next to the practice facility. So Levi Stadium, right behind Levi Stadium is their practice facility. 200 yards away is this power station. That's right. I see it every time when I come down there on the train. I never paid attention to it because it didn't mean anything to me. But here we go. And when you think about it, all the players, the number of players for San Francisco that have had season-ending injuries, that have had that ACL, that have had that MCL. I was looking at Brandon Ayuk, and I didn't realize that the reason he missed the season was not just because of contract negotiation, but ACL, MCL. He threw the whole leg off pretty much.
Yeah.
Kittle, CMC, all these Warner. That's a whole lot of coincidence. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but what do you think about this? Again, because
I don't know.
So now it's on in an ESPN, right? So now they talking about it, saying, okay, too many players. They should have gone further, but are all these players for San Francisco are they too fragile now because of their location?
That's a science question or a science answer. All those they say those waves are doing ligament deterioration and all these types of things because they're so close to that. I don't know that, man. I have no knowledge of that, and neither do none of these reporters. They have no idea what this is, what's causing that. Is it coincidence or is this factual? Is this what's causing on there? I am a superstition. I am that person. I'll be like, hold on, if 5 people we got to move. We got to do something different because I want to protect my investment. I think that's gonna have to figure that out. I don't know. I don't know what that is or what's going on. But if they believe, you got to think, if players believe that's going on, then there's a problem, right? If they be like, oh, that ain't what happened. But if they start to believe that's what the problem is and what's going on, 49ers are going to have to call for some more money and make a new practice facility somewhere else, because
You know how
they
much
got to
real
do
estate costs in
in the
Santa
Bay.
Clara.
Woo.
Santa Clara. Right across the street is a company I used to work for, and I know what kind of gear is in that building. Right next door to Levi Stadium, again, is Great America.
Well, is it now? Okay, I think I've seen the power plant. Is it on? Because Great America's on the other side, on the right side of it, right? On the right side of it.
There's a picture here. Let me.
So, but is the power? I know, and I've seen the practice stadium is right there behind it. Is that power plant right between the both of them?
Let's see here.
Because the Great America's closing. That's going to close.
Yes.
So there's real estate over there, but I know that real estate is going to cost a fat penny. That's coming up. They're gonna have to make a move, man. I mean, if they feel that's that way and they think they're gonna make a move, I don't want to discuss too much on science because I don't know much about it, but they got to figure something out. They're gonna have to figure something out now. And I mean, but ESPN, bro, they look for anything to talk about outside of real issues. Sometimes,
Yeah, I don't. It's not showing on Google Maps, but it's literally right here, right. So there's a museum, there's a stadium right here. I'll find another picture and show it next
week.
And
my question would be also, if that's the case, it's doing it, how come it hasn't had any exposure to people, the Marriott workers or employees? How come it has no exposure to the hotel employee? Like, there's gonna be a deep dive figuring all this out. But again, if you want to protect your player's psyche and they think that's an issue and they think that's something going on, hey man, I gotta move them. And the crazy part about it is the 49ers showed up to the Warriors game and then Jimmy Butler blew his knee out.
Right.
So they're like, well, since they was here, Jimmy ain't had no problems. Then they show him and then I blow my knee out.
All these years now he's got problems.
Yeah. So, and that's a Warriors player. People don't know follow basketball. He's an NBA player. So I don't know, man. I mean, if you believe it and you buy into it, shit, you got to make some changes. I'm not keeping my players afraid to go to practice because you have to practice them to get perfect.
That's a conversation that John Lynch, the GM for the 49ers, does not want to have, but he's got to have it. That's a conversation that coach is just going to have, but I know they don't want to have it, but it's a reality. Just
and that's something the players usually going to jump in. Yeah, the players usually have to jump in. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They can't move the whole facility. It's crazy. That's
why not? Why come you can't do it?
That's a gang of money, bro.
It's a gang of money to me and you. It's not a gang of money to them.
For it. We gonna end up.
I don't go to 49er games, so I'm not paying for nothing. I don't really go to their games like that. Season ticket holders and the 49er fans will have to pay for it, absolutely. But I mean, you have to, right? If you want to protect your $1 billion investment, you got to move them. You have to move it.
There's a whole bunch of stories, but no one's showing exactly the pictures of it. I tell you what, when we there. I'll
take a few photos.
I'll take a picture. I'll do a live stream.
And then you blow your knee out walking back.
While I'm running from ice, you know what I'm saying, trying to catch up with you, I'll blow my knee out, and then I'm going to sue Jed York and the whole 49er organization and say, I need $45 million.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I think that, I don't know. I think that's me personally. I think it's coincident until you could prove science tells me something different.
Yeah, it's just one of them stories that's now just popping off. So we will see what that's all about. All right. It seems like these stories are going to start falling into each other because here's another one, kind of funny, different mentality about an injury. I think I showed you this where you had mentioned that you saw this. Oh, no,
that was funny. Yeah, this is hilarious.
Kansas basketball got a referee out there officiating. High school too, so we got to set the stage right there. So it's not even professional, it's not even college, it's just high school league out here. Referee calls a foul. He doesn't like something. I don't know what he don't. Let me just play the video because listen, and this is, you can't make this up. So videos, ladies and gentlemen, don't lie. Boom, acts like what in the world?
And then he claimed the coach hit him. Didn't he claimed the coach assaulted him or something like that, right?
Let's play it again. Walks around, talks to the people, and look at the coach. Look at the big brother. Coach is like, "Hey man, what happened?" So referee tragically passed away after being brutally assaulted by a high schooler during a women's basketball game. That's the headline.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna allow this type of thing to happen? That's a man in pinstripes. Look at him. He just fall all laid out too. And look at it. Look at his associate right there looking at him. Come on, brother, get up. Come
Yeah,
on.
man. I don't know. He didn't pass away though. They say he passed
No,
away.
I
He
mean
didn't pass
that's
away.
the joke, right? But
Yeah.
but he fell down acting like it was some serious business. Nobody touched him.
Yeah, but he did it. But he did accuse the coach of assaulting him. I know that for a fact. Cause that's when I read the article in the Kansas newspaper. He said that the coach assaulted him. Coach didn't even touch him.
Coach didn't even
He didn't
touch
say
him,
nothing.
man. He had to get wheeled
So
off the court after suffering a non-contact injury. The injury he suffered was when he fell down and
on his
hit his
own.
own head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's our referees out there.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say to that. That's whatever the conversation was. Bad call, right? Somebody thought it was a bad call. It has to be. That's where it triggers from, a bad call and somebody talking. And the fact of the matter that you're gonna walk up to this coach, you said whatever you said, and then you flop like that. That tells me you was trying to do something to this. You were maliciously trying to get this coach caught up in something that wasn't there because you don't like him or because of whatever comments was made or something like that. So I hope they suspend that dude. I hope they don't let the guy ref no more. To be honest with you, he shouldn't even ref
Make a
anymore.
case out of him. Make a case out of this right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's,
Take an example of this dude. Look at that. Just
that don't make no sense. And
got his LeBron on. He got his LeBron on. Yeah, that's all. He got his LeBron on.
I'm counting. What is this? 5-10 seconds? Just laid out.
Laid out, man. And he probably was. And he if there was no camera to film it, he probably would have sued. Which most people would do. They'll probably try to sue the coach and sue the school and sue everybody that was involved, saying somebody assaulted him. Right. Not saying he would have won, because I'm sure witnesses would have said that didn't happen, but I would hope they would say that happened, but he would have probably tried to attempt to make a suit. So this clown, I hope he just never referees no more.
You can't do that in the Bay Area. Talking about the Bay Area again. Don't do that at a Vallejo school.
Oh, that's a can't. Well, yeah, you can't do that. No, shoot.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that in Richmond.
Somebody would have picked him up from the stand and said, "Come on, get back to work."
Don't do that in Richmond or somewhere.
But I mean, why would you do that in a kid's game, man? Why would you even do something like man? We just let the kids play, get their win off. If you don't like the coach, eject the coach out of the game and then keep the game going on. Why would you want to put yourself in a situation where it's the perception of assault? That doesn't make any sense to me. So hope they ban him, fine him, kick him out of the league. Don't let him ref.
Make a story out of him. The question was asked back on our last story: was the practice facility there before Levi Stadium was built? I believe it was, but
no, was it?
Nah,
I thought it was at the same time.
Because it wasn't. I don't think it was built for. I thought it was built for Great America. I don't think it was built for the Niners. But we'll find out. We'll see if this story, this conspiracy theory, has any legs to it. We'll keep talking about it when and if necessary. But we'll drop it if not. If Christian McCaffrey don't bring it up, because that's who we worried about. We will make sure he stay good, right? The way he running through folks, we will make sure that he has no problems. I'm not even a Niners fan. I'm going to make sure that man is good.
Yeah, man.
My goodness, my tell. All right, so we talked about the game, the big game. We talked about college. Talked about the Super Bowl. We going back to the game and to the breakfast. Talked about the flopping coach or the flopping ref. An interesting story last week. Before we ended, you wanted to talk about a young cat that's actually up here in my neck of the woods at my alma mater at Sac State now. Young Mikey Williams. Absolutely. Young Mikey
Turnaround
Williams.
Story of the year, man.
And talk about this from your perspective, because I think this is a pretty decent story right here of a man coming from, one spot, getting knocked down a few times because of some things, but doing decent work. Talk about this a little bit.
Mikey Williams, man, one of the top players in college basketball, plays at Sac State. He doesn't go to a big school, but I mean, you got to understand his story. His story was he was a high school phenom when he was there. I mean, a phenom. Everybody knew about Mikey Williams that was on the basketball scene. Comes from San Diego, San Ysidro High School. Been a phenom since he was very young. He went back east, played for another powerhouse basketball team, came back, led San Ysidro to the state title. All the world was at his feet. He's definitely was going to be an NBA lottery pick or whatnot when his time came. There was an unfortunate incident at his house. You know, he had a house, he had a get together, a party. There were some guys that disrupted it. Mikey felt that he had to defend himself, and he shot a gun at him. He had a firearm. He shot a gun at him, and he ended up shooting out the back window. When not, no one was hurt, thank God. And that kind of just spiraled his momentum going to the NBA, just kind of a downward spiral. Obviously, he couldn't go to a four university at that particular time because he had to go to court and deal with the legal system. He finally got that cleared away. Then he went over and went to Memphis. It didn't work out with Penny Hardaway and those things. And somehow through this whole thing, he ends up in Sacramento with Mike Bibby, and he has just exploded on the scene. Uh, and the kid, I've never met him personally, but know people that know him. He's just he just wants to play basketball. That's all he's got.
Yeah.
This is you know how this kid is he's so focused on basketball and his craft that he missed. I don't think he went to one homecoming and one prom. He practiced the nights of his prom and his thing. He went to practice. He practiced.
Got that Kobe
He went with his
mentality.
yeah. He went with his coach and he was practicing the whole 2 hours while people dancing and having a good time at the prom and riding limos. He's showing himself on film working, getting there, trying to get to the next level and doing it. And no one ever. I think he's a person that youth. Him being so young. I think he didn't understand the circumstances of the situation he got himself into. Right when he
Hmm.
shot the gun at those people. I think he was just young. He got a lot of money all of a sudden, bought himself a house, having his friends in over there, having a good time, kind of enjoying life. Know he's about to go to the next level, buying into the hype, and then one thing just curbed everything, and now he's back going 100% full stride, and he's made a home and made a dent in Sacramento. Sacramento right now is on track to make it to the tournament.
Say that
So
again.
yeah, yeah. Sac State is probably going to go to the tournament, and he's leading the way, man. And I think it's just a great how you overcome your obstacle story. You overcome
Yeah.
everything that bad happened, and you're able to weather the storm, and you're able to get through it. And now you're able to make yourself become that success that everybody believed in you and thought you want to be. And I mean, he's just man. Have you ever hear him talk at the interviews he does at Sac State and everything? He just believes in Hornet basketball, and that's all he wants to do: play hoop, just do his thing and get on the court, and it's paying off. And I think it's just a good like I said, a good story of maturity and
Yeah.
overcoming.
I salute the young fella. I mean, I graduated Sac State. Me and my wife graduated from there. Our school was trash. for, for basketball, for football, we could never beat UC Davis in the Causeway Classic. We couldn't do anything in basketball. Now we got a chance. 'Cause every time I
Yes.
look at the stats, every time I look at the results of the game, even if Sac State is lost, well, here go Mikey, 29 points. Here go Mikey leading the way.
Yeah.
Right. So he gonna be okay. And he got the skills. He's got his platform. He's got over 3 million followers on Instagram, and all his posts, rightfully so, are about him putting in that work, as you said,
Yeah.
and showing his work ethic, showing his skills. Yeah, he kicking it with his buddies and his partners too, but it's still it's again, fell
It's
down, did something, kind of
mm-hmm.
paid that price in a lot of ways, right? Because again, like
Yeah.
you say, draft status or being able to go to a D1 school.
I figured
Sacramento is a good spot to be when if you're trying to just lock in,
focus. Yeah, focus on your
right?
craft, man. I think he's found the right area to focus on his craft and be able to develop and be that gym rat that he wants to be in there
Hmm.
and be successful. I think Sac State, like you said, Sac State is a great way to eliminate those distractions, right? Focus on this, and he's got great. He's got. I mean, Shaq is the GM of
Come on,
there. Bibby's his coach. I can only imagine what kind of advice they're giving him and letting him know. Penny could have did it too, but I know Penny's in Memphis and they're working on being the top team in the nation and all stuff. Maybe he just couldn't focus when he was in Memphis, but he damn sure found a home in Sac State, and he's proven everybody, all the naysayers, he's proven them wrong. And I think that's a great story about him becoming successful and making it through here because he lost a lot. He
yeah,
lost endorsements. He lost, going to the league right away. He lost a lot of things, never stopped his drive from overcoming it. And I'd like to salute the young man. I
Yeah, it
wish him
is.
nothing but the best.
That's how we gonna end tonight on a positive note. There we go. Our culture story. You know, we had tough debates about everything else, but you know, a successful outcome, and it's only gonna get better as he gets through with the collegiate level and makes it to the NBA. Because you know, if that's his dream, it seems like that's his dream. But
Yeah.
he'll get to he'll go in whatever round he goes in. But again, just to go from the top to the bottom and then start climbing his way back up. That's
Hmm.
what's up.
That's what's up. You know.
That's a good story. So I'm glad you brought that up. I might have to go check him out. You know, depend on the
Yeah, you right there, man. Go
well,
on,
you know,
like
they
go
used to
to the
give us
game.
alumni like discounted tickets.
No, no,
I
no
don't
more. Not
know.
while he's playing. Not while he's playing. Not while he's playing. He ain't winning. He ain't giving nothing. Nope.
You know, I used to get free tickets. Hey, come
Hmm.
through, right? I mean,
Hmm.
nobody be in the stand. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's playing. The arena starting to be. The arena is packed now. The Sac State Arena is packed, and and they're winning, and it's consistent winning. Sac usually every couple of years they win. It's just something a little special this year where they probably gonna make it to the tournament, and this young man's gonna be the one that leads the way. And I think that if you just know his story and all he had to overcome, man. I mean, we always love a Rocky story. This is
yeah,
our Rocky story right here. This is I know for sure San Diego, South San Diego, this is their Rocky story. They got up, was down, got up, got knocked back down, and now he's back up again. So we all root for him to have major success.
I was trying to find oh, he go ticket price. Hold on, you know what? We gonna do this live. You know, we all gonna be stunned and in disbelief right here. So tickets, men's basketball. They play tomorrow. They play Idaho tomorrow.
See, there you go, right there.
Well, look at Coach. Look at Bibby. God,
Yeah,
look at Bibby. I don't need. I don't. Oh, courtside. Wait a minute. Let's see how much courtside tickets.
that's at least 200.
No, no. This is remember. This is still
Oh,
Sacramento. But look at it.
200.
Page don't even load. Mike Williams. He didn't cause the whole site to break.
200
People
for the
try to
flow
buy
seats,
tickets.
man.
Maybe they watching us and they said, "Oh, we're gonna go get these tickets." Yeah, the whole site.
Yeah.
Then let's see, single
All
game
right.
tickets. Come on, Sac State. We trying to buy tickets live.
And maybe they ain't got no. Maybe they don't have no more tickets. I don't even know. I mean, you can. I'm sure you can do the Ticketmaster thing, right? Go to Ticketmaster. They got them probably there.
I went to Sac State. I went to HornetSports.com and don't see. This is terrible.
Hornet Sports is like we ain't got no. We're out. We sold out.
Don't make no sense, man. Okay, we gonna let's do this. This is how we gonna lose. How we gonna win? Let's see here. Search Sacramento State basketball men. Shirley says good comeback story. Yeah, that was a dope. So
What they going for? I can't see. Okay.
Northern California Bears. So the Northern California Bears. So Berkeley, but this is not for tomorrow's game. So this is on
No, so
February 12th.
tomorrow might be sold out, man. Tomorrow might be sold out already.
Maybe that's why it's broke. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Oh yeah, that's easy. Look at that. I can take care of that.
All right, well go to that flow seat and tell me how much that one costs.
Let's see here. Highest seat is $61. Where is this at?
Yeah.
Hold on. Is this in Sacramento? Oh no.
It's in Sac.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's why it's so cheap. It's in Colorado. I was like, listen, we all going. $60? Oh, yeah, I'm about to buy tickets for everybody. No, nothing. Home games. Let's take a look at home games. No upcoming games. Can't
get you one. They're probably sold out. I'm telling you, they might be sold out.
Wow. Oh, okay, Mikey. Okay, Mikey Williams. We can't even.
You have to go to the corner. You gotta go to the corner, get them. That brother just boosted them tickets. Hey man, I got a couple tickets for you.
Over there on J Street, 65th Street in Sacramento, and go see if I can get some tickets. Montel, go ahead and take us home, brother. We did what we had to do tonight.
Yeah, man. Again, dealing in this political climate, man. Please check on your loved ones. I know if you have family down south or back east, and even up super northern in North America, up there by Canada, please check on your family because
Mhm.
this storm is coming.
Mhm.
You know, this cold front storm is coming, man. Check up on them. They say it's supposed to be very devastating. Just make sure they're okay and they're warm and they're good. Beyond that, man, please, everybody, I know that ice situation we dragged onto it, but I think it's very serious. So please be comfortable having uncomfortable conversations because that's how we learn.
That's him right there, ladies and gentlemen. Montel Allen. Y'all, we out. Catch y'all next time.
Team no sleep, we up all night. Montel and James keep the convo tight. Sports and culture where they collide. Tune in, lock in, let's take that ride. To Mike, to King, no snooze allowed. From the court to the block, we speak it loud. Social impact where the game align. Crossovers and causes intertwined. We the voice from the streets to arenas. Breaking down plays from LeBron to Serena. Whistle blow and the world reacts. Sports and the struggle, the cold hard facts. Team no sleep, we talking real deep, real deep. Hip hop, sports, no counting sheet, counting sheet. No the field to the booth, we tell the truth, tell the truth. Team no sleep, we bring